Since 1900, Bolivia has suffered some 40 disastrous floods. Extreme events are becoming more frequent and violent. Floods have so far claimed the lives of 140,000 people and affected 3 million. Over 20 indigenous communities are regularly flooded in the Amazon basin of Bolivia. That's the case of Capaina, along the river Beni. 25 families live here. Natural disasters can isolate communities for months, and traditional medicine then turns out to be the most effective first response to diseases. Doña Juanita and Doña Antonia are local healers. They know how to use plants to look after people.
When we have disasters caused by the river, the wind, there's no money to go to the hospital. So these medicines are quite good to have when all these disasters happen. I started learning about plants when I was a child. I would go to the jungle with my granny and see how she would take some bark to later boil. I'm taking some ajo ajo. It's really good against pain, especially persistent pain.
Doña Juanita and Doña Antonia work with the NGO Soluciones Prácticas. They don't live in Capaina, but came here to share knowledge and information. The NGO is funded by the European Department for Humanitarian Aid, and it gives their traditional practices a modern twist.
This has been practiced for centuries. What we want is to give it legal and scientific backing. So we finalized a study, an inventory of medicinal plants. We found over 100, but there are many more in the area that have yet to be identified. So we'll continue to expand it.
Bolivian law already recognizes the role of traditional healers. Now, with that inventory, the NGO is working to protect and disseminate their knowledge. Meetings and exchanges between Doña Juanita, Doña Antonia, and Capaina's local healer, Doña Dilma, will become routine.
It's spicy.
They exchange leaves, roots, and plants that they'll each grow in their own gardens. They also share recipes and treatments. Supporting traditional medicine is part of a wider project funded by the EU to help Bolivian ethnic groups be more resilient.
Some indigenous communities are native to these regions, but others come from the highlands and other areas of the country. So it's important that newcomers can also benefit from this knowledge.
Are
these practices under threat?
With deforestation, medicinal plants are found farther and farther away. So the project promotes the practice of collecting plants and seeds from the forest to plant them closer to communities, so that in case of an emergency, you don't need to go deep into the jungle to find them.
One of the goals of this project is to share the knowledge of the healers with younger generations and take it outside the jungle. For example, to Rurrenabaque Market. Rurrenabaque is about 20 minutes by boat from Capaina. Doña Juanita and Doña Antonia made the trip together to bring their remedies to the weekly market. Doña Antonia has had a stall here for about 10 years.
I sell a bit of everything. I bring what people ask me for.
The World Health Organization says traditional medicine is an important and often underestimated part of health services for which demand is growing, and ensuring its quality can help expand access to care.